The objective of this lesson is to subtract decimal numbers using the standard algorithm. In previous lessons, we have used base 10 blocks to demonstrate regrouping. In this lesson, we will use the place value chart to help us understand the algorithm. Let's try a word problem that involves subtraction of decimals. A roll of ribbon is 4 5/10 meters long. If 1 25/100 meters are used to make a bow on a gift, how much is left? This problem can be written on a place value chart. Write 4 5/10 on the chart, placing 4 in the ones place and 5 in the tenths place. Write 1 25/100 on the chart, placing the 1 in the ones place and the 2 in the tenths place and the 5 in the hundredths place. Note that the decimals are aligned. It helps to write in any zeros for places where the numbers have no digits. Put a 0 in the hundredths place, as 4 5/10 is equivalent to 4 50/100. Subtract the hundreds. We can only subtract the 5/100 if we regroup a tenth. That will leave 4/10, and we regroup that tenth as 10/100. 10/100 minus 5/100 is 5/100. Subtract the tenths next. 4/10 minus 2/10 is 2/10. Now subtract the ones place. 4 subtract 1 equals 3 in the ones place. The amount of ribbon left is 3 25/100 meters. This same problem can be solved with the standard algorithm by lining up the digits by place value. The digits are in the correct place and the decimals are aligned to aid accuracy. Let's do the next problem using the place value chart first. The Olympic record for the 100-meter freestyle is 47 84/100 seconds. If the American record is 48 6/10 seconds, how much faster was the Olympian? Write 48 6/10 with 47 84/100 under it, lining up the decimals and putting each digit in its proper place based on its value. Subtract each place, regrouping as needed. To subtract 4/100, we will need to regroup a tenth. 6/10, regrouping 1 would leave us with only 5/10. That tenth would be regrouped into 10/100. 10/100 minus 4/100 is 6/100. Now let's subtract in the tenths place. 5/10 is not enough to take away 8/10, so we need to regroup a whole. If I regroup a whole, that will leave me with 7 ones. And that 1 that we regrouped will be 10/10. 10/10 and the 5/10 is 15/10. 15/10 minus 8/10 is 7/10. Now we can subtract the ones. 7 minus 7 leaves me with no ones. And now we subtract the tens. 4 minus 4 is 0. So the final answer is 76/100. The American must improve his time by 76/100 of a second to match the Olympic record. The most efficient way to do the problem is the standard algorithm. Just write the numbers vertically, placing each digit in the correct place and lining up the decimals. The difference in the swim times is 76/100 of a second. Our objective in this lesson was to subtract decimals. We met this objective by using a place value chart and the standard algorithm.